Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the biggest match so far, I think, maybe in Banlord history. My name is Grillicious. With me once again is Wolfpack Raven. Hi.
Hi, glad to be part of this.
Yeah. So the reasoning why this, we're in the Warlords official tournament, of course. This is Group G. Probably the most competitive group. Especially, well, I say kind of especially now that one of the teams dropped. So in this group is Amox, Akrites, and Hink, like a whole Inquisition. So it's gonna be a very, very competitive group.
Yeah, I think some very competitive teams, and I mean, it's a little bit ironic calling it the most competitive group because a team has dropped out. It also means that 2 of the 3 teams will be going through to the next stage. So I think all of the teams will be very keen on getting one of those spots
Oh
moving
yeah,
forward.
absolutely. And I mean, tonight might be a deciding factor. We have Amox versus Akrites in our first match here. After that, we have the Akrites versus Hink match. And someone just spoke in Chinese. So,
I
anyway,
hope that doesn't mean anything bad.
yeah,
Let's assume that it doesn't.
I'm
But
sure it's
someone with
gonna
better
be fine.
Chinese than us may be able to,
Literally
figure
anyone
it out.
probably would be better at Chinese than us. Yeah, first map Quarry.
Yeah.
Uh, you looked into the match history a little bit here.
Yeah, so I would say, I mean, as we've seen from the bets on this match, over 1 million in gold prize pool for the taking for either side here. Not for the teams necessarily, by the way, just for the people who bet on it.
Yep.
But people are thinking it's going to be a close match, and I think so as well, because looking at their match history, both teams, I mean, they've had a mixed bag of scrims, and obviously scrims aren't the end all be all of how things are going to go today. But interestingly, both teams having a pretty tight win loss record of around the 50% ish win rate. I think TA's win record is a little bit better, but Amox has been playing some arguably better teams as well. They've been scrimming against some of the tournament favorites throughout the past couple months. But honestly, they have some shared match history, as in they've scrimmed some of the same teams, and I'd say based on those match results, it does look like this could be a very tight matchup. I think what's going to be very interesting to see here actually is that Amox has been recruiting a couple new infantries just in the past couple of days, and they've only really had maybe 2 or 3 scrims with those players there as well. So we're going to have to see how their team chemistry is and whether they've been able to, find that same cohesion as they have been in the past few months. And yeah, we're going to have to see how they do against TA today.
Yeah. As you said, it should be a really close match. The only reason the bets are so different is DM just putting up like 600,000 or 700,000 near the end. Putting it on
Yeah,
Amox.
yeah. The players definitely seem to think that Amox is favored in this matchup. I mean, we're gonna have to see if that's how it turns out, right? Again, I think TA, especially in the infantry department, looks quite scary.
Oh yeah.
I think really for any team. Now, the only thing is that while mechanical skill is gonna make a big difference in these fights, we're gonna have to see if their team play is there to back it up, right? So, and that's the thing for both teams. I think, therefore, probably TA gonna be quite happy to see that Amox has had to pull some new infantry into their squads
Yeah.
just to, be able to contest them.
Yeah,
But
like the question then will be
Amox
if it's
may be
enough.
looking a little bit better in some of the other classes, though. We're gonna have to see.
We talked about this a little bit beforehand, and I generally would give infantry to TA, cavalry to Amox, and archers. Honestly, I don't really know. I think it's quite equal there.
I think Archers is a little bit difficult to tell, mainly because we just really haven't. I mean, it's hard to say, based on match results, how much impact the Archers are having, because they don't tend to be the highest damage dealers in the fights. But if they take down Cav, or they are doing excellent supporting fire in the infantry fights, and that's what's getting them the advantage, that can make the difference still.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure though, archers not really the main thing that we're gonna be looking at today, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking at the infantries. I think the infantry fights is gonna be the deciding factor here. Maybe cavalry, but both teams have quite talented infantry players.
Yeah, I would say the strength of either of these teams is going to be just their sheer mechanical skill in a lot of their positions. Very experienced players on both sides. Also, players who used to play in the warband competitive scene as well. So some of them go way back.
Way
And
back.
way back, yeah. And I mean, they still have that same level of mechanical skill in warlords as well. So definitely having high expectations in terms of really just the skill matchups here at the very least.
I agree 100%. I mean, it's nice to see some of these names again. Some of these players have kind of tried to play Banlord, just couldn't really vibe with it. Now giving it another try here in Warlords.
I mean, I would say perhaps infamously Gibby, one of the top infantries from the warband scene, technically on Amox's squad, but from the rumors that we've heard, probably not going to be playing today. I mean,
I don't see him in the
good,
back here either on the spectators list, so he's probably not here. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big loss for them, but I mean, he's tried multiple times now to get into the game, and he hasn't quite found his place.
Yeah. I mean, it does look like though for the rest, it seems both teams have their A squad playing today though.
Oh yeah, they have to.
Because it is always a little bit of a question, right? Like sometimes people have mercs playing in their scrims, or they're playing different people or giving different people a chance to prove themselves to be in that A tier squad. But yeah. Definitely looking forward to see what these teams can bring out.
Yep, first map being Quarry. What do you expect here?
I think Quarry I think is a good, like, it's like the average of the map pool, I think, in terms of there's a lot of open spaces, which I think a lot of maps have that are in the map pool at the moment. And then there's some corners here and there where infantry will have a little bit more of an easy time to fight, even with the calves around. Nevertheless, I do think probably 3 calves from both teams here, and then like 4 or 5 infantries from either team as well. That's what we've seen from other teams so far during this tournament as well. I don't really expect we'll see anything too crazy outside of that, but they could prove me wrong though.
Yeah, and we're about to be proven wrong potentially as well. But yeah, Yen, thank you there for the prime. And we are about to go live. Did take a little bit of extra time here for the teams to get ready, and yeah, obviously they want to make sure they're all ready for this match.
Oh yeah.
I would not want to be part of the team that loses people like 600,000 gold potentially. So, ooh.
Yeah. And as we're starting up here, looks like Amox does have 1 archer, 3 calf, 4 infs, and on TA side they have 2 archers. So
ooh.
they're wait, let me see here.
Yeah,
they have 1 calf. They have 2 archers and 1 calf. Wow.
What
so
is this? Okay.
I guess we're already being proven wrong, and I would say this is probably the best possible flag for them to have this composition on as well with pure calf.
Can you have 2 archers here though? But thank you for it's up there as well, Philip. You're godlike.
Well, I think 2 archers can work, but right now they're just stood on the same position. They do have 2 good archers though playing as archers on their side, so I do expect they can get some good work done here.
Norman guy as well, not having horse armor. That's gonna hurt him quite a bit.
I like where TA is holding. This is gonna give their archers more space to shoot, I think, from a safer position.
Infantry fight also breaking out here. Felix is trying to get in the back, doesn't find any damage in the beginning. E34 comes in as well. All cavalries come in, no massive damage. 2 rapid kills though.
Taking down one of the calves already though.
Another one as well. Norman guy losing his horse.
Calves. All
Archers
the calves
are doing
are
a lot of work here.
Side.
Fujana and Matti now fighting against Norman on the side. And Cavalry is just, yeah, disappearing. Very
An
dominant here from TA.
absolute masterclass from TA in the infantry fight here. Completely outclassing Amox and dealing with the incoming cavalry while they're at it. They took down 2 of Amox's cav in the blink of an eye, and the other cav in the back line just getting dismounted. I didn't quite 100% catch who was responsible for the dismounts, but looking at the damage though on TA's side, it looks like Matti doing most of the work there.
I think
But
Jujana as well
overall,
dismounted one, and then they both teamed up
yes.
and killed them. So again,
Yeah, I would
like...
say their double archer setup kind of working for them there, and I think just Amox Cav not really respecting it. They thought they had a good position to push on the infantry there, but just going in too aggressively, too eagerly, and yeah,
This might be curious though. I wonder how the 2 archer setup is gonna work here. Jujana is in a very good position, and let's see how Matti, if he's choosing... Okay, further back position. Kinda surprised he doesn't hug the wall,
like,
but...
though, it looks like the way TA is using their archers is just by dealing with the cav as they come in the back line.
Jujana
Maybe
getting
they
pushed
don't
out here.
need a crossfire.
Goblin taking down 1 archer already. Meanwhile, infantry also going the way of Amox here. Nutella goes down.
Yeah. TA a little bit nervous in this infantry fight, by the looks of it.
I mean, they're still technically fighting. Like, it could... I mean, Goblin now being trapped in enemy behind enemy lines
He's getting
here.
pushed in the back line here, though, and he doesn't have any support.
Yeah, Matti not getting warned by that cavalry as well. Does go down. Deliud now being able to shoot quite freely here. Awkward is trying to get him, but just got dismounted and gets cut down. And 1-1.
Yeah, that's... and their Amox showing the superiority of their cav in that situation there, because, like you said, it's very hard for the archers to... Like, that's the hardest flank for the archers to set up on, I think, and... Just Amox doing a great job pushing down the archers early, taking them down, and then afterwards the infantries on TA's side are just sitting ducks, and the cav can just run all over them.
Yeah, also very good push there by Goblin. I'm pretty sure it's Horace. I think I looked that up once when he killed me.
I think so, yes.
And yeah, good push by him. Going in to take out 1 archer very quickly and then contesting the second. But this position is very good for TA if they can line their archers in a good position.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the most interesting in terms of like the actual archer positioning. I think on C flag it was easy for the archers to just set up on the flag, but looks like they're going up to Amox side of the map here for their positioning.
Yeah. Also, just leaving the flag there. Are they cut out? No, not quite. Norman guy might be trapped out back here, though.
I mean,
does lose a lot of horse health.
might push the issue here, because TA only have 1 cav to support.
Crazy already down. That's the caller down. Norman guy dismounted, though. And was
dismounted.
2 calves dismounted. Jujana was shot. Matti and Jujana both being shooting from the same position. Felix is going to dismount. Try to deal with him. Horse goes down as well. Meanwhile, though, infantry squad is just falling apart here for TA. Felix is just stabbing into Jujana as well. And right now, potentially, it's time to drop those 2 archers. Maybe just have the 1, have an extra cavalry. The question, like, I mean, do they have a second cavalry?
Well, that is a good question. I mean, I will say Matti is getting a crazy amount of damage done in these fights nonetheless. It's just the fact that they only have 1 cavalry means that it's like Amox is doing a very good job at splitting their attention. So they're having 1 cav push the back line, like they had Norman guy dealing with both TA archers for a while. They're just drawing their attention while the other 2 cav were supporting in the infantry fight.
Ooh.
And TA doesn't really have an answer to that because they just have the 1 cav, and he has to decide, like, am I gonna help cover the imps or the archers?
Only 2 calories for Amox now as well. Norman guy opting to go looking like Piker.
I mean, they have the flexibility to do it.
The 1 cavalry, though. Well, it's a bit of an interesting decision, but... I mean, Pikers can also do damage in group fights. But against 2 archers? Okay, we'll see how it plays out here. We're just gonna go straight into it.
The
Norman
flag
guy
is not here, so this is very aggressive for both teams.
Very strange. Felix already going down here. T-34 does get dismounted. And Awkward there with double kill. Tommy's down. Goblin down as well. And this is looking very smooth here for TA. Dealer getting pushed, stabbed in the back by Awkward.
I mean, they haven't lost a single player yet.
Okay, well, they lost some legs there, but they're still going. And yeah, 2-2 score.
Yeah, perfect round from TA, and it's been just back and forth, and just a complete brawl, honestly, in the infantry fight so far.
I will have to question the decision to put Norman Guy on Spiker against this, but I mean,
I do agree, actually. Like, I think they were figuring out how to play around the 2 archers from TA while having their 3
Oh no, see, he just didn't have a cavalry life, that's it. See, now he's back on horseback. That's gotta be it.
Yeah, well...
they just think this is public, it's fine.
I mean, they just completely ignored the flag that round. That was more surprising than
me.
It looks like both teams are just doing the handshake. They're like, okay, we're fighting on this little crevice here on the map.
I mean, I guess both teams kind of like this place. Matti and Jujana, both same position once again, jump shooting into this melee. Very risky, but Nutella with the first kill.
This is good for TA, though. Like, this isn't the best place for Cav to fight.
That is true. Like, Ether for trying as well, but sure with a kill.
Dismounted.
Oh, Steeler as well. He's just not able to switch off his weapon. One more stab, and he's probably going to go down there, but Awkward not opting to go in. Meanwhile, Goblin dies to Kawai. And
yeah, I don't know why Amox wants to fight on there. It doesn't make any sense. That's one of, like, out of all the places on this map to fight, that is one of the worst places for Cavs to fight. I understand they can fight there, but you have to, if you're fighting on that side, you have to slow down quite a bit in order to maneuver through the area, which gives the enemy infantries a lot of time and space to hit your horse, hit you, and just really take a lot of momentum out of that Cav squad for Amox. So good punish by TA those last 2 rounds. And yeah, it's looking so far kind of like how I would have expected, at least. TA generally being stronger in the infantry fights, I would say, but Amox also having a couple rounds where their Cav superiority was paying off.
It's kind of crazy because beforehand we said, we won't name names, but we were saying essentially some of these players kind of have to pull their weight in infantry fights.
Yes.
And right now they're kind of bottom scoring, but still winning. So that's the thing. On match day, you never know, man. Like it who knows? Like Hawkeye did do quite a bit of work for there as well in the infantry fights. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I will say I'm surprised still. Like, I do think TA has a pretty good read on the archer setup that they had there, because I don't think it worked every round. I actually think Amox read them very well in, I don't know if it was the 2nd or 3rd round or both. But they had a pretty good answer by dividing the attention of TA, because they only had 1 Cav. And one of the biggest strengths of Cav is you're able to be so flexible in supporting your team on different places on the map. And if you just have the 1 versus the 3 of Amox, that just means you can spread the team with 1 Cav very thinly across the map, which they were doing beautifully. But TA's archers still getting a lot of damage, though, in that set, I will say. Like...
I think, maybe... let's not kid ourselves as well. These are 2 insanely good archers.
Yes, well, I mean, that obviously, that helps, right, in that decision. But what we've seen for most teams still, though, has been just 3 Cav every single time on this map. So seeing TA break that is very nice to see. And being successful with it, too, I would argue.
Yeah. I bet a lot of people are sweating right now, considering the current score and the amount of money that's been put on this match.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I expect to see more of the same on this map. I will say I do wish Amox was a little bit more patient in some of the infantry fights, given that they have 3 Cav and they weren't always fighting in the best positions for them to support them.
I can imagine they're just kind of worried that 2 archers are just going to shoot the hell out of them.
Right, exactly. But then if that is the reasoning, though, that means 2 archers are working for TA.
Yeah. I think archery is kind of underrated in clan matches. Like, you always see 1, but I just don't. I kind of would like to see more of them. I think they're very strong. Like, the damage output per shot might not be that much, but if they can just stand still and shoot, like that's a lot of damage. Just putting down
Something
range.
that really has to be commended on TA's side as well is just their infantry resilience in the fight. They had, I think it was the second round where they had a really rough start. They lost 2 people early. Their archers didn't have a good position, but outside of that, their infantries have been staying alive for a very long time. Like they haven't been giving away a lot of early kills to cavalry, which I mean that's to their credit, right? Because against the 3 cavalry lineup, you would expect once the Cavs arrive, every single team we've seen so far kind of just gets a kill or 2 if they get to the infantry fight early, and then the round is over pretty much.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen that so far.
Some things don't really change. Like the initial cavalry push in is always going to be important. Like if you can get your cavalry in first, just take out 1 or 2 players, that infantry fight should just crumble.
Yeah. Yeah, but credit to TA for persevering through that though, because their infantories have really been been getting the Amox Cav killed a lot so far.
Yeah,
and I think Amox Cav is kind of struggling with it.
I'm kind of surprised at where they end up fighting. Like the flag just was irrelevant. Like we jokingly said that objectives don't matter in Bannerlord competitive, and I mean like it kind of goes our side here. Just
I mean, it's essentially both teams saying that they're confident that they can just win the straight up fight.
yeah.
No strings attached.
I mean, I can understand Amox. They wanted to just push so the archers can't get shots off, but they could still get shots off. They still managed to shoot them.
Yeah. And we'll have to see if the setups remain the same on the second set. Honestly, I wouldn't expect it to be different, but let's see. Looks like TA still has the same setup.
Amox is archer. Okay.
I think
Did they swap
wait,
out?
no, Amox has 2 cav now, so they changed. I think they have an extra infantry now then.
Yeah, looking like. But it looks like Akrites
Goblin is
cavalry.
so far forward on his own
Yeah,
here.
Jujana's so far back as well. Like
I'm
Jujana's trapped
surprised
here.
Awkward didn't try to get a sneaky hit in on him there, but being patient here. Norman Guy coming in, getting a big hit on Matti.
I like this from Norman Guy, now having more horse armor as well. That is going to be massive for him, I think.
The TA archers have such aggressive positioning.
Yeah,
Look at where they are.
Yeah, they certainly do. That blood shooting down.
But that means Goblin can just push him and kill him.
He's going for number 2 as well.
Yeah,
double kill for Goblin.
Both their archers.
Yeah, Hawkeye trapped as well now. Trying to deal with T-34. Goblin comes in from the back, but sure is there to back him up. Hawkeye's still going here. He's still
need to make a big comeback here if they want to win this. Oh, they are making the comeback.
Dealer
it's 4
is
versus 4.
able to shoot in the back. Awkward is going to push him. Hawkeye tries to kick, but does not land it. Cancels the last counter kick, takes him down. Chris is now in a 1 versus 3. Awkward's trying to get back to him, but he's not going to be able to make it there in time. At least we fight on the flag this time.
Yeah. TA was so close to making that comeback. They had a moment there where they pulled it back from a 7 versus 4 to a 4 versus 4. And I thought Amox was going to fall apart, but yeah, a great show by Amox, making sure that they pulled through in that round. And amazing push by Goblin on the Archer backline there. But I have to question the positioning from the TA Archers there, because surely they knew that they made themselves a target by being that far up.
Jujana just fell behind. Like, they just kind of left him to fend for himself. He got hit by cavalries and then... Like, just, yeah, hope you live, man. Like, that's basically it.
Yeah. I think when TA was spawning on the other side of the map and they could get to that flag as the first team, it was better for them because their archers could just be up there and their infantry could hold a little bit further up.
Yeah.
But their archers really struggled to get a good position to shoot onto the flag.
See the positioning here from the archers, because this is potentially very good. Ramp shot, and then on the side here, potentially. I mean, now, this is why I don't necessarily like this. Jujana and Matti, they keep staying on the same positioning. And Matti as well, they're getting shot by Steelier.
I think their thinking here is that they can support each other if they get pushed by Cav, but Matti getting shot twice, I think, so far.
He's quite low here. One more shot and he's probably out.
Yeah. I mean, TA. I mean, Amox is gonna. They just took the flagger, so the onus is now on TA to make something happen. They do have a little bit of time to see if their archers can get some damage in.
Right now, if I were TA, I would not fight. I would take the flag and just keep, like, dancing around a little bit. Cavalry comes from the
taking
back.
a hit there as well.
Yeah, the
And
cavalry
basically,
is...
Norman guy by himself forcing both TA archers off of their bow. But
Dealer as well,
now,
landing some fantastic shots, and
he
Motti
just
goes
killed
down.
Motti. And
Norman guy has a lot of experience under his belt, and now he's just taking care of the second archer as well. Sure, taking down Feodorus and Kawaii.
TA winning the infantry fight though.
Amox dismount.
Big advantage.
Goblin is in a tough spot here, fighting 1 versus 2, not really having that much backup, but he does find a way to break free.
Norman guy is coming to support, but TA is currently, they're just cleaning up the infantry
That
fight.
was 3 rapid kills there. They're taking his sweet ass time there, just shoots out Hawker's horse, but... And yeah, that is a 1-to-1.
And I think you can really see, honestly, the strength of both teams on display during that round, where the Amox Cav getting some really good early work done. Like, I think Norman guy did some amazing work dealing with the archers, basically all by himself on the back line. But
Dealer as well did fantastic. Like, just landing shots into... I mean, that's why they're the 2 top players currently. They landed the most damage.
Yeah. Just unfortunately for Amox in that case, not being able to clean out the infantry fight, though, where it does seem like TA just has been having the upper hand over the Amox infantries just a little bit more.
Yeah. We kind of expected this as well.
Yeah.
So, it's nice to see that we haven't lost our touch.
Oh, Jujan is a little bit more alone in the back here, getting pushed by Norman guy once again.
I think unrated Kitty Queen there wants to push the archer in the backline eventually, or he's AFK.
Yeah, dude.
He might be AFK.
Do they see him?
I don't think they do.
Saw him.
I think he can actually sneak up here quite well and make this still work for them.
I don't know that he's there, but is TA gonna win the infantry fight in the meantime, though?
Here he comes, and boom.
They're winning it so far.
3 hits and takes him out.
How did they not see him?
I mean, who expects this? He's not even an assassin.
And now they still don't see him.
Alright. Alright, Kawaii. How did you enable this, like, your invisibility cloak there?
They just didn't lose a single person.
I think...
That was...
Don't even touch this Norman guy.
I mean, he said rip ping, and maybe they just thought that he wasn't going to do anything, but he just went and... I mean, like, they were winning the infantry fight anyways, but...
Yeah, they were, but it certainly helped taking out the archer. So yeah, just, that's that competitive mindset there. Just, make a bad situation work in your advantage.
I mean, at that point, I'm almost tempted to say that they should try moves like that more often, because apparently...
we talked about assassins in matches,
Yeah.
Clearly, if it's gonna work against Amox, it's gonna work in lower divisions.
The guy's so aggressive with that hit on Mati in the back line.
He doesn't get that damage for it, so, I mean, if it works, this might not, though. Does take some extra damage there.
I mean, clearly Amox have said Norman guy is the guy to deal with both archers, basically, during this match.
Yeah.
And he's doing a good job, but it's not been enough in these last couple rounds, though. I do think Amox need to hold out a little bit more in these infantry fights, but TA just a little bit too strong in that regard.
Like a very, very distant push here from the TA side.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what the plan is, but it looks like they think if they approach from the opposite side, they're gonna have a better position for their archers, maybe. But
I mean, at least they're not fighting high ground.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. This could work out nicely. I do think the archer positions on the other side are a little bit better for them, so it could work.
Yeah, at least again, the archers don't have to shoot upward.
Yeah,
I mean, it's nice
to see they made this decision very early, at least. So they're not going to lose by morale just yet, but
they are going to have to push it though. They're going
to have to push it. Yeah.
Nice shot there as well from Steelier. So.
Nice
Steelier is also... Yeah, he's quite low now. He can't peek too well here.
Yeah. The other thing is awkward. Their only cav is also pretty low in the backline, but at least, I mean, no archer pressure or no calf pressure on the archers right now.
Awkward does go in. Oh, and yeah, okay,
They
so
disrupt
Kawaii.
Norman guy.
Yeah, that's a good start here from TA. 2 plays down.
I mean,
Okay, Space Rocket flying off to the side as well. And Goblin gets knocked and pushed into it. Ooh, that's rough.
TA's infantry are so good, man.
Yeah,
they are just completely outclassing Amox's infantries in these group fights. Like when they don't have any external interference from the Amox cav, like in that round, and that, again, credit to their archers for, you know, and their cav for putting pressure on the Amox cav. But the infantry fights have been very one-sided this set, especially.
Yeah. I mean,
and
look at
a
this.
lot of credit to TA for that.
Like Nutella and unrated Kitty Queen. Again, I think that's Kawaii. I'll mix those two. I'll use those two names as, you know, randomly. 5-1 and 6-1. Like they've been doing quite a lot of work here.
I mean, and again, this is what we said leading into the match as well, right? They're gonna rely on just their pure infantry team fighting skills that we know that they have. I mean, looking at their match history as well, right? We saw that oftentimes their infantries would be their top performers in terms of damage, and we're seeing it here again. And quite honestly, the way that they mixed that they mixed the 2 archers into it, and only having 1 cav and making it work, is very impressive.
You think there'll be a big difference in For the Honor? Because I would probably always play 2 archers on For the Honor.
I mean, so the interesting thing that I've found so far, at least, is just TA's ability to peel the enemy cav while also dealing with the infantry fight, because they practically don't get any cav support in these fights. Like they only have 1 cav. That cav is usually trying to peel for their archers in the back line, and in the meantime, Amox only has 1 cav really in TA's backline trying to deal with their archers, and the other 2 cavs are just, they're helping out in the infantry fight, right? But it just doesn't seem to make the difference right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, right now, quite dominating show from the TA infantry. Archers are all doing quite well. They didn't really perform that well in the last set. But I mean, did they have to?
Well, I don't think, right. So they didn't get as much damage done. I think that's because Amox sent Norman guy to deal with them, and he did a very good job doing that. Like I think he was a big reason why the TAR just couldn't get as much damage in as they did before, simply because they just didn't have as much time to do so.
Yeah.
But despite that, it just seems like there's still too much of a discrepancy in the infantry fights for them to be able to close out most of these rounds. So we're gonna have to see how they switch it up. They're either gonna have to get more impact either out of their calves or their infantries to even the score here, I think.
Yeah, I think. Right now I'm assuming the TA infantries are kind of, you know, feeling undefeatable.
I mean, and I have to question a little bit as well. You know, what I mentioned at the start of the match is that Amox added 2 new infantries to their infantry squad just in the last couple of days because, well, presumably because this is what they were worried about, right? They were worried that TA's infantries were going to be too much of a problem for them to deal with, and that's proven to be correct at the moment. But yeah, just the fact that they've not really had the time to scrim a lot with these 2 new infantries, I think it shows a little bit. Like, you know, the intuitive team play that you tend to have if you play together a lot as infantries is very important when you're playing some of these longer, especially the longer fights. And yeah, TA is just a little bit more experienced in that regard, I think, like in this specific team composition.
Yeah, just getting a feel for how other infantries play. Like just getting like the 1-2 combo. Just shield spamming and just making sure the enemy can't fight back. It's a basic thing, but it does take some practice to do it properly, especially in a match situation.
Well, but also, I mean, we know like some of the TA infantries, they tend to play a lot of 2v2s, and when you do this frequently, you get a feel for how your other infantries like to play together with you, how you want to play together with them. There's a lot of team play moves that you can pull off without needing to specifically communicate for it, and it makes the infantry fights feel very effortless and fluent. And I mean, I've definitely, I mean, as an infantry player myself, I've definitely been in that situation before as well. If you can play with some infantries and you can trust them to have your back when you're, switching away from one enemy to hit another enemy in the back for your teammates to look out for you and cover you, it's one of the best feelings ever as an infantry. And you really can get some big momentum going if everyone's on point.
Yeah. Also, a quick question here: has Hawkeye played Spearwinf the whole time, or like just Hiker slash Spearwinf? I think he has, right?
From what I've seen, yes. I can't say I've looked at him specifically, like constantly,
Honestly,
but
I just
from
try to
what I've seen,
keep like
yes.
an overhead of the infantry fights. I'm not really pointed out any specific infantry, but I'm pretty sure he has been mainly like anti-cav. He's
Yeah,
done quite well as well. Just
yeah. Again, and I mean, the way it all comes together, I think it's a combination of having that extra cav deterrent in the infantry fight and having the archers as a
yeah,
deterrent on top of that.
yeah,
It's a very classic way of dealing with cav. It just seems like maybe like some of the other teams in the tournament have not been as willing to go for a setup like that because there's arguably some downsides to having an extra archer and giving up some calves, but right now TA is showing that it can be done differently as well.
yeah. Just doing a little bit of dancing here while I wait for the match to start. And yeah, I mean, I like seeing special classes more, and oh, I just kind of ruin the fun there for them. But yeah, I do like this. It's, I mean, I would hate to play cavalry in this match, as if I was Amox.
But that's a weird thing to say though, isn't it? Because like you have three calves, you have an absolute calf superiority, at least on that first map. They had 3-1 in calves. And they even had a round where they thought they had to maybe switch to only having two calves and having the extra infantry. Like, that shows you how much pressure they felt in the infantry fights. But it's a little bit weird considering when we've watched some of these other teams play, the cavalry have just had so much impact in determining the outcome of these infantry fights. And TA has just had their number in that regard. Like, they've not given them any opportunity to just roll over them with the calf coming in.
Yeah, we are about to hop into the last, or well, the first set, last map. I
Yes.
got her in the end.
Okay. Yep. Let's see what we got in terms of setups here. So it looks like Amox going for 6 inf 2 cav, and TA has
I see
just the one. Wait, do they have one? Yeah, they have one archer and
one
then
cav.
6 inf 1 cav. So yeah, maybe they just don't have any other cav players. But honestly, at this point, I can't blame them. They've been performing so well in the infantry fights. Let's see if they can keep it up here as well.
I mean, right here as well. This awkward is just, he can just stay there. What's gonna hit him? Like, there's no threat from anyone really. This is gonna
Yeah.
be such an infantry fight. This is gonna be a blob essentially.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be pure chaos, and I would kind of favor TA in that sense from what I've seen so far. Jujana getting pushed in backline by
Okay.
Goblin here.
Goblin is
Gets
like
two
there.
hits in. A
Oh,
nice follow-up by Felix there. We
yeah,
need to
very
see
good
more
cat
of
play.
that type of team play.
Here's he knocked as well. He has to get back up on his
Felix
feet, but
dismounted.
right now, ooh,
I mean,
two
this is
rapid
pure
kills.
chaos right now.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And Amox is
Amox
getting
the
the
advantage though.
very much so. Nutel not trapped in behind enemy lines, but let's face it, there's just one line, and that's Amox right now. Awkward, last one
Yeah,
alive.
it feels like, I mean, it looks like Awkward's going to go down here in a second as well, but it feels like there was a little bit of a breakdown in either the communication or the game plan there from the TA side. I think excellent push by Goblin on the backline there. I think he had so much impact going for that archer, basically pulling the whole enemy team back towards him as well, it looked like, because all of TA was there just a couple seconds later and not in the best position either. But he basically just gave his team the early advantage there. Good follow-up by Felix to get that early kill, and yeah, Amox just cleaning up the infantry fight from there.
Like, maybe there's some issues?
Yeah, looks like people are losing connection, perhaps, which is a little bit unfortunate timing. They are saying it's good to go. Well,
Yeah.
they're fine.
I wonder why they're saying they're okay to go.
Yeah, the 7 versus 4, they'll take those odds.
Yeah. They're saying they want to
But
redo
hey,
the
I mean,
set. I don't think they'll redo the set. Probably just restart and pretend it's
probably
one.
just restart for the round, yeah. Or, I mean, well, we'll see
We'll
what happens.
see what they say. Yeah.
At the very least, what we know so far is, I mean, it's too early to draw conclusions, right? But I do think that TA has been looking better during the latter part of this match so far. And maybe a couple of the people who bet on Amox to win this match, they might be sweating just a little bit right now.
I sure would be.
I mean, of course, they could still win the match, right? Like, it's not over by any means, but they do need to have at least one really, really good set here just to pull it back.
Yeah, I mean, if they get momentum, they could certainly take this to the end. But yeah, it's
I mean,
rough.
this first round, I think, is a good example of how they can win some of these fights. So but it does seem to rely a little bit on these individual plays, like the one that Goblin made on the backline there. Going for that archer, I mean, I don't know if it was TA's call to try and go back to help him, but that kind of split them up so much and in such an awkward position that it really, like, that was a big part of why they weren't able to win the fight there at all, I think.
Yeah.
I also just got dropped from the lobby,
So did I. I'm getting a message here in
right.
the chat by Kapitan that they're DDoSing the servers again. Not fantastic.
Excellent timing. Yeah, you know, sometimes I wonder, couldn't they just like do this during the breaks that we already have anyways, and then
Yeah,
you
that'd be
know we just
nice.
don't need to worry about it. But
Or not do it at all.
or that, but
Yeah.
that would be too much to ask, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it?
I guess we'll have to see. Hopefully, this isn't going to take as long as last time, because I remember I don't know, how long did it take last time. I think last time it was out for maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah,
I hope
I
that's
mean,
not going to be the case this time.
what is the average of the length of these matches, just based on connection issues and stuff like that? Like, when matches actually happen on time, I mean, it's quite quick, but these things can make the time go a little bit slower. Let's say that.
And I mean, I wonder, honestly, the impact this is going to have on the momentum of the match, because I think especially after that last set, I mean, this was a good round that Amox just had, right? So, you
Yeah.
know, I don't know if they're too worried just yet, but at the same time, I think TA are still feeling pretty confident with, their current scoreline, but also how they've been doing in general in most of these fights, that, I wonder if this is going to reset them a little bit, and if they're still going to be playing the same after what hopefully won't be too long of a break, but I guess we'll have to see.
We'll give it some time here and then see what ends up happening. In the meanwhile, I'll just chill for gambling, I guess.
Well,
the Lorraine
I
betting
think,
office.
yeah, I mean, we could have a look here, just a second. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think I see what happened. Yeah, so I was like, I was so sure that there was over 700k gold bet on Amox prior to the match, but it looks like maybe one of the people who bet on them didn't pay the amount, so that's why it's lower now.
What is the current?
But Well, it's still over 1 million total, but just the 689,000 gold on Amox and around almost 315,000 on TA. So
Okay.
I'd say about a 2-1 in favor of Amox to win this match, just based on the bet amounts, of course. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we'll see what happens. It's certainly.
I mean, someone in chat is saying they put their life savings on this match, so
Yeah, that's
now I
T34.
really hope it's not gonna be too bad of a break here.
That's T34 as well. Yeah, you gotta keep killing them then.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna have to pull back some rounds.
Are you able to connect at all?
I mean, I will try to restart my game. Last time that seemed to somewhat help with getting into the lobby, but unfortunately, we kind of also need everybody else to be able to connect back because I'm assuming everybody lost connection.
Yeah, it seems like. I am doing the same. Let's wait and see.
I mean, in the meantime, though, maybe interesting tidbit to mention here. I was looking into both TA's and Amox's match history in preparation for this cast, and I noticed like they have a very similar like match record at least. Like I think it's TA has played like 32 scrim matches, and this is taken from what is it like 2 to 3 months now maybe worth of matches from both teams.
Yeah.
And Amox is 33 matches played so far. So in terms of just playing experience on the mod specifically, seems like both teams really been putting in the work.
Yeah.
Which is that's always nice to see, of course. And I mean, it does look like from what I saw that Amox has been scrimming some of the better teams, and also losing against those better teams, most notably IE.
Yeah,
But
I mean they're no joke.
having
So
some mixed results otherwise, yeah. Same for TA though, but they just haven't been scrimming some of the tournament favorites, let's say, so they've been winning some more of their matches.
yeah, yeah. I mean that obviously matters quite a bit.
Yeah. But always fun to see when you expect two teams to really be closely matched going into a matchup like this, especially if there's so much on the line in terms of bets, right? That kind of it's always nice to see both teams showing up because for the fact that TA is winning the match so far, it is very closely fought.
Yeah,
So it could really still go either way.
yeah. The match is
I
far from
just
over.
I just got onto the lobby and I do see there's some players on the servers, although I don't know
If
if that means that they were able to reconnect or that they just haven't been kicked out of the lobby yet.
I'm
But
assuming they've been able to reconnect. I got a message saying same server, so we'll.
yeah, I see some people on our server as well, but right now it just says waiting for Tilworld's lobby servers to
Yeah,
return
that's kind of my issue as well.
servers.
I had the same issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here we are. I do hope this gets
Yeah.
improved in the future. I'm not sure if this is Tailworld servers being attacked or if it's warlords themselves. I think it might be Tailworld. Hopefully they'll get some added protection.
Yeah, it's hard to say because I do believe the Warlord servers also are related to the Tilworld servers.
Yeah,
So
like the
it
main.
probably makes sense if it's Tilworlds being the ones.
Yeah, last time I did check when something like this happened, and Tailworld servers were also down. So it is seemingly the multiplayer, the entirety of the multiplayer being attacked. And I mean Sundays, a lot of people playing multiplayer on Sundays.
Yeah. I mean, it's also just a great match day for a lot of people. I mean,
Yeah,
considering that most of the gold we're playing for, unfortunately, isn't real. So
that is true.
don't I don't think all the players are making their living off of this.
No.
Although that would have been cool to see, but
Yeah. The Warlords will have to blow up quite a bit for that to be the case, but I mean, if people bet this every week on every match, potentially that
it'll be a
they
top tier esport in no time. What do
yeah.
you mean?
I mean, gambling
Yeah.
is where the money is, right?
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to watch some grown ass man beating each other up 8v8, with swords and maces and whatnot?
Well, I'd be fine if we go down to 6v6 personally, but
Well, that's fair, but
8v8 is
at least
the classic, I guess.
I mean, it is the classic. Although, I mean, native Battlelord was 6v6, right? Mostly.
Yes.
But,
nice. Yeah, I mean, like, Mountain Blade history-wise, I mean, we played 10v10, 15v15, 12v12, and everything back in the day.
Well, that's a little bit like that. That's quite long ago, I would say.
That was also hell on earth.
Yeah,
Getting
that was
15 people to show up for a match was just absolute hell.
I mean, commanding matches with 10 or more people in it, trying to get everyone on the same page when half the people on your team don't use a microphone. Now that's the real challenge right there.
Yep.
But yeah.
Keeping track of like 7 cavalries every game.
Yeah, and telling them not to suicide in early against the whole enemy team. But,
and then hearing them 2 minutes later giving excuses for why they suicided in.
Well, usually what would happen for us though is our calves would just tell us that they got it next time, and then they just do it again. So, and then they would probably die again usually, but they would be very confident in it at least.
Oh yeah, they confidently die.
Yeah.
Just because I'm still trying to connect here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't suppose we're gonna get. Oh. I mean, I'm connecting to a server now at least, but
yeah, I've had that for a little bit.
Yeah.
This is by far the largest betting pool in Mountain Blade history. Yeah. See, like I was gonna do my own version of gambling, just with the channel points here on Twitch, but
yeah.
obviously I've been outshadowed slightly by an actual casino at this point.
Yeah. I mean, and I mean, I will say the bet. I mean, I don't know if this is the very first match that they've allowed bets on now, but for there to be over $1 million in possible earnings on this match is kind of insane considering the prize pool of the tournament itself, right? Like, yeah, the people who bet on it definitely stand to gain a little bit more in total.
I saw very early on that someone was standing to make 100,000, and that was before that was a couple of days ago. So that was, yeah, it's certainly certainly improved or increased since then.
Yeah.
It
stands to make the matches a little bit more exciting, at least if it's not just the players who have a stake in it,
You know what? We need a bet for will the servers come on today.
I don't know if we're gonna win that bet.
Yeah. Well, like I'll bet against it. Like I'll bet 100K against.
Right.
And that way we'll all be winners because at least we get to watch a good match.
But for you to earn anything off of the bet, someone needs to bet for it as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So the question is that gonna happen then?
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
I mean, I am on the server right now, at least.
So am I.
And there's a couple TA players on it as well. There's one person from Amox, so maybe we're back. Maybe we made it.
Just not
maybe everything is just fine.
Yes.
I believe it. I mean, there are more players joining, so it looks like we might be in the clear.
Yeah, it looks like people are able to connect again now, so that's good. Means I'll. Was it common for Warband multiplayer servers to kill themselves like this? No, it was not. They were not
Yeah.
terror hosted.
Yeah, I do think
as someone
that's
who
a little bit of a
hosted,
difference.
as someone who hosted quite a few Warband servers back in the day, both competitively and like publicly.
Oh yeah,
No, we did not
we
have this
we,
issue.
we had a lot of servers on Warband. Yeah.
Yeah, donated quite a few to tournaments as well, and that
I
tradition
like
has
this.
continued.
Felix is suggesting we should continue the match in Warband. I like this idea. Let's go.
You know what? I'd love that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't have any issues with this. We have Fort of Honor on Warband. It's not going to be a problem.
Yeah. I mean, we still have the better maps on Warband, to be honest. I say we still have.
Well,
I mean, like, as if I've been in Warband for the last, like, 7 years now.
We didn't make those maps, let's be honest. But
we
will
were there
say,
when
I
they
mean,
were made.
Considering that the maps here, a lot of the maps here were inspired off of the Warband versions of the maps, I'd say.
Can we not take
like...
some credit for some of the maps? I mean, like, because Ozan was in Wolfpack. Not when he made Valoran, but, you know, still.
So you literally can't take credit for it, but yeah, okay.
I talked to Captain Lust a lot, so I feel like we can take some credit there.
He was not in Wolfpack, as far as I'm aware.
He was not, but, you know, I'm still going to take some credit.
Yes, so you can't take credit for that either.
Spear from IG, we played IG a bunch of times, so I feel like, you know, we...
Okay. You know, I feel like we're kind of digging our own grave here by talking about it like this, but
Port of Reverend, we played a bunch with Core. Like, they helped us a lot when we started playing the game, so surely. Also, we played with some of the members still. Like, that's like 10%, right?
Yeah, I fail to see how this has anything to do with the maps, but
No, we take some credit for having them made.
Oh, wait, why?
Because we know them. I'm trying to make excuses here.
All right. Okay. I see. I didn't understand that we weren't using any reason or logic in this conversation. But yeah, okay. All right.
I'm struggling here.
It's just vibes, I guess. Okay. Yeah. All right.
No, look,
that's good.
We talked to them a lot. We played against them a lot. They used to be members of Wolfpack. So
wait, but we just discussed that that's not true for a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, most of them. By far, the majority.
Yeah.
Didn't,
so that's literally bullshit.
Hey, you can't...
Reed is lying to you guys. Don't listen to him.
I would never lie. I willfully participate in a campaign of misinformation.
Well...
yeah, I got you there, didn't I?
I mean, like, I guess we're just self-imploding at this point. Yeah, I mean, hey, go for it.
Well, everyone else, you do have a couple of minutes, I believe, to get some drinks, to enjoy the last set here. See if you make a lot of money or if you lose a lot of money.
The last set?
Well, the last map, I should say, I guess.
Oh, okay. I was like, did I miss a whole set while we were disconnected and you just...
Yeah, I made it in my head. Amox 130,
like
so
everything
6-6.
else you've been saying so far. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. In my head, there's 6-6 now, and we have the last set.
Well, that sounds very exciting, if it was true.
I just want to make sure. It will be 6-4, yeah. So, essentially, nothing happened. Just pretend these last, like, what, 10, 15 minutes never happened, and we're good.
Already did. So...
Cool. All right, we're 30 seconds out.
I think the players are doing the same. Yeah, they're just gonna pretend nothing happened, and we'll do the last.
I mean, what else?
Sets.
What else can you do, right? Like you kind of just have to roll with the punches.
So, I mean, again, I will say, like, I do think there is a thing where you lose some of the momentum. Like, I think when you get momentum in a match, and this can be for either team, right? Like, you do get into a little bit of the team spirit of like, okay, yeah, we're warmed up, we're playing well together, we're kind of feeling each other, and if you have a break like this, then it can really throw a wrench in that as well.
Yeah, it can reset the momentum completely. Let's find out.
Let's find out indeed.
Looks like
it does.
Potential.
like I'm not 100% sure if they're replaying the set now, but it does seem so far that I think both teams have the same setup as they had.
No, because look, there's
No,
another
actually.
cavalry
Okay,
for
so
TA.
TA has an extra cav now. That's an interesting pivot.
Yeah. But it looks like
So
Amox is the same, yeah.
yeah, and they switched off their archer too. So I guess after that last round, they're just feeling maybe not as comfortable with having that archer. It does mean both teams have the same setup here, and it's just going to be a pure infantry brawl. So I'm looking to.
Ooh. That's not that much damage actually, but it sounded very brutal.
It looked like a lot of damage on the horse, but yeah. Yeah, getting dismounted.
Yeah, that's a dismount. Sure, trapped in the corner
he is
here
still
as well.
in the back looking out for Felix here.
Norman guy's
Gonna
trying.
be down to Cav
nice
to make a
dismount.
difference here, but
One
nice
on each side currently. Felix is going to lose a lot of horse health there. Norman guy's trying to dance around. Let's get bumped.
TA
Matches switch.
again. So patient.
Yeah. The longer these fights last, the seemingly better it is for TA.
Well,
Chrissy
but
does get
again,
knocked down here.
I think it's because they just have they have the team play down. Like they have so much experience playing together. They're so
Oh my god, everyone's just falling down
together. And yeah, everybody wants that kill.
Let me real quick as well. Sort this out here.
I mean, these extended infantry fights are just really a masterclass from the TA side. And the longer they go on, the better it looks for them usually. Like usually if they lose the infantry fights, they lose someone early, something goes bad for them early, and it just kind of snowballs from there. But when they have the time to really just slowly build confidence in the infantry fight, play around each other, look for openings to get hits in, that's where they seem most comfortable.
Yeah. It does look like the economy for TA is a bit rough though, because 2 other players can't even afford shoes.
Well, I think that's intentional, but yeah.
they'll be able to win some after this if this continues. Felix... Oh, Norman guy is back on Spearin.
Oh, but a little bit of a split fight here from TA, but it doesn't matter. Nutella gets the first kill.
Awkward, they're getting dismounted as well, so... And a return kill from Amox.
They are still split. Like, right now, there's 2 fights going on.
Yeah, and Nutella versus Goblin
running around.
Yeah, Felix is going to be able to do a lot of damage here if you just... Oh, Hawkeye getting knocked and Goblin finishing him off there as well.
This is very even, though. Felix can do a lot of work here. Oh, and Tomaya's getting a double kill. Very, very important.
It is 5 versus 3 currently. And 1 goes down. And yeah, it does look like Mox is going to take this round. Or unless Big G can not survive this. And yeah, he does go down.
I mean, yeah, I think like they're like when TA gets the chance to play together, build up the infantry fight, that's where they're comfortable. That's what we said, right? But in this fight, that's not what happened. They split up. Then Felix just had the time to go wild, and like he got so much damage in. Like not that many kills, but he got a lot of damage in on so many different players on TA's side, and then their infantries were just able to clean it up. And yeah, credit to them for really pulling through in a pretty chaotic setup for them.
Yeah. It is still an exceptionally close match here.
Yeah. Both teams deciding to meet up at the alley. Okay, so Amox does have the flag here. We'll see if they try to fight on it.
Ooh, soon misses the jump.
Doesn't look like it so far.
Felix and Quax are just fighting on the back there.
Yeah, Norman guy's getting pushed in the back. Oh, but he stops.
Zoom is doing so much stabbing there. Foxy does get dismounted completely. Felix is still on four legs.
They're trying to 2v1 Norman guy in the back here,
yeah.
Chrissy and Quaxy. But again, these longer fights, I feel like it's good for TA, but they are split up. They get Norman guy. Now Chrissy and Quaxy are coming back to the infantry fight.
Exceptionally close still here.
I think this is looking great for TA, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. You just very quickly just steamrolls him down here.
But yeah, but not that quickly though. Like again, it's a very measured approach. I was a little bit worried there that TA were going to get too split in the infantry fight, and then they weren't going to be able to pull out the win. But just no calves there for Amox to really capitalize on the chaos, and very patient play by TA to win that round.
Yeah, so there's only one cav on each side currently.
Well, right
Right?
now there is, yeah.
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 No, there's two now
Well,
from.
actually, no. It's
Yeah.
still two cav from TA. Sorry, yeah, no, they've had two calves since the break. Let's say I think Amox have just had the one calf this round and the last, but or maybe they switched out. I'm actually not 100% sure now that I think about it. I feel like maybe they had two calf last round, but
Do you like this? Do you like the two calves or do you like the one?
well, the thing is, I like the two calf for TA, but it's like I like the two calf for Amox as well. But
Yeah.
it just seems like they're hoping Norman guy can hold off the TA calf. But last time he got pushed and killed by two TA members, so we'll see how much impact he's able to
Yeah,
have.
gotta be able to defend these spearings. Oh, Quack's taking a
But
massive hit there.
Proxy getting called out there in the calf
Oof.
duel. He's not winning this calf duel
Yeah,
right
Felix
now.
is winning this hands down. Sure, very low health in infantry fight though.
And
Felix
Norman guy
comes
trying to
in.
help out.
First
But
kill does go
quite
to his
frankly,
second
I mean,
as
again,
well.
they're going with two people on Norman guy right now. They're just pushing him so hard.
Yeah.
He's not getting any help.
I mean, double kill for Unrated Kitty Queen. This month as well here on. Oof, does
Yeah,
go
he's
down.
starting to win the infantry fight here. Starting to run away with it. Quoxy with 2 kills. And that's it again. Like, yeah, Amox just... I think Amox needed to, like, in this last set... like, if they want to win this last set still, they have to really switch something up. Like, these infantry fights are just not going their way.
Yeah, and that is technically it. Akrites does take this, this match. No matter what happens now in the next set, they will not be able to lose this.
I mean, so on the one hand, right, I kind of understand that Amox is probably they're like, okay, we have good infantry players on paper, right? They're feeling confident that they could win the infantry fight, so they're hard commit to it. They're like, okay, we have 6 infantries now. I think 7, right, at the last round. And they just still can't win it.
Yeah.
TA just reigning supreme in the infantry fights, and that's ultimately what gives them the victory.
Yeah, I mean, overall, just stellar. I mean, I like the team play as well. They're from TA.
But that's the thing, right? Like, they know they can rely on their infantries. They have such incredible team play together, such good experience playing together, and they're just very well accustomed to that. And Amox just, I feel like part of it is just that you can kind of see in the way that they play that they're not as used to playing together with these specific players, right? It's like, you know, they're individual players maybe of a very high skill level, but that doesn't necessarily mean that when you put it all together, it's going to translate to something just as good.
I also kind of think the double archer setup kind of pissed them off in the first match. On the first map, I think that kind of messed them up a bit.
I think they had the answer to that, though. I think actually Norman guy was dealing with them really quite well on his own. I was very impressed by that from the Amox side. It's just they couldn't seem to capitalize on anything outside of that, and then they felt like, okay, well, despite keeping the archers busy, we're still losing the infantry fights, even though we have calf superiority there as well. And then they decided, okay, on Fort of Honor, we're just going to try to match them on infantry, but it just didn't work. It just didn't work. Like, and I think honestly, it's them playing into TA's strengths right there, because TA they would have known coming into this match that infantry would have been their strength. I mean, there's a reason Amox felt like they needed to recruit 2 new infantries prior to this match, right? Like, you don't do that. You don't go around trying to recruit good new infantries if you feel like you've already got the best possible infantry squad you're gonna get, right? So
yeah.
I think they knew, and they still played into it, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard not to.
It's hard not to, but I do feel like they seemed more confident. Like, they weren't necessarily winning most of the rounds, but they did seem more comfortable playing the 3 cavalry setup as opposed to just having 1 or 2. And I do think on Fort of Honor, you can get away with 2 or 3 calves if you play well around them.
Yeah, I kind of expect to see at least 2 calves for both teams. That seems like
Well,
even
and so, but that's the surprising thing, right? Because TA actually pulled out the 2 calves after not doing so on Quarry.
yeah.
And then this time around, Amox ended up opting just for the single calf. Yeah.
A lot of gold just changed hands.
Yeah. Oh, and it looks like Amox, they are all in on the infantry fight. Do you think they feel like they have something to prove here?
Maybe. I mean, they have Steel Ear as
Because
Sarcher, so
I
and
mean,
obviously the long calf.
TA's imps have been kind of handing their ass to them, in all honesty. So we'll see how it goes, but I
Awkward
don't know. Like,
trying as well there to reach the back line, but it's not finding much. Zoom.
I guess the main difference here is, I mean, this time around, Amox does have 1 archer again. Maybe that can make some difference, but there's not really. Well, okay, he's getting pushed.
Yeah.
He might just die here, honestly. They're coming back to help him, though.
Awkward tries to
Okay,
buy a little bit of
nice
time
move
there.
by Amox to cover for their archer, but we'll see if it's going to make a difference.
He managed to get completely out as well. Like now he can't shoot. Foxy is a target, but he
Nice,
does
gets
get
hit
punished
there,
quite
though.
hard. Lot of damage there going down. Nutella, first one to hit the floor. Looking good here for Amox. Double kill there as well for the
Getting
Amox
an
infantry.
advantage here, and still
Ooh.
getting another kill on the Cav as well. They're gonna win this fight most likely.
It's looking like it, unless Chris and Big G and Awkward is able to do a lot. Nope, they are not. And Chrissy last on the fall. But fall he does.
I mean, great cover there by Amox. Now that was some great shot calling on their side. I think their archer was getting pushed really out of position, but they managed to get to him in time, get him out of danger, and then TA still wanted to commit to the fight. Maybe they shouldn't have. Maybe it wasn't the best position, but they felt confident, just kind of falling short there. Maybe not the most comfortable position for them to fight, but great job by Amox there, pulling around back for themselves.
Will we be seeing just a middle fight again down like mid lane? Are we playing ARAM now?
Yeah. I mean, hey, again, if Amox wanted to prove something, at least this is a good start for them, right? For winning that initial infantry fight. We're gonna have to see if that continues.
Ooh, Zoom with a nice stop in the backline. Chris is trying to help him, but he also gets hit in the back there.
Yeah, Chrissy is just pushing the spear inf right now
Yeah,
in the back. He's getting some good damage in.
A
Also dealing
lot
with
of
the
good
cab all
damage.
by himself
He
there.
essentially 1v2ing. Oh, and the flying there. And Quaxy trying to
TA
space
is so
program.
split. Do you see how split they are in these fights? They're not
this
playing
is...
that much together there.
I mean...
They're getting a kill back, though. They could still win this.
They absolutely could. Steeler is now stuck
Amox
in melee.
is also very split.
We see nice dismount on Felix. Just cut him down as well. And yeah, they're not done yet. These infantry fights just turn so quickly.
The infantry fights turn very quickly. I do think, I mean, last round, I think TA got stuck in a tough position, trying to fight after their initial plan kind of failed. I think they want to get the archer then, it didn't work. This time around, very chaotic infantry fight, but in these longer, consistent fights where they can fight on their terms, it does seem like, again, they're still pulling out ahead in the longer fights.
Yeah. Awkward. Nice hit there on Felix. Oh, no. That was the other way around, actually. Awkward hit him. Awkward got hit, I mean. I thought that was Felix getting hit, but no.
Yeah, it was a bit difficult to see.
Yeah.
I mean, Felix under a lot of pressure right now, though.
Yeah,
He might get a hit in here, though.
Good hit there on infantry. Doing a lot of work here.
Yeah. A little bit greedy, maybe, by Kawaii as well to try to hit the
I mean, they won. Like,
in.
why not? Like, just try, right?
I mean, he's trying to chase the calf now. Look at that. I mean, he gets a hit in on the horse, too.
Yeah.
They might dismount. They might try to dismount Felix here.
I mean, Felix's horse is still completely fine. Like, it's healthy as hell. So,
I mean, TA is fighting so together right now.
yeah. Yeah, this is more likely what we expected to see here. Nutell's trying to target switch, doesn't quite find
it.
it.
Up a bit, though, getting more chaotic.
Nutell does cut Zoom in the back. That's spear infantry down. Awkward dismounted as well, though. You're gonna go for Felix or Goblin.
Yeah, but no calves for Amox right now, though. I think that's gonna favor TA big time.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah, Quax is on 4 legs, yeah. Oh, no longer. Hawkeye is gonna push in the backline here, and yeah, the last one's live is Zealou, who just gets cut down.
Yeah, but again, this is what I mean. Like, look how much damage Felix is getting done in these fights, and it just doesn't translate into any kills. And he is doing that despite being 1 versus 2 in Cav and just getting so much pressure on him. Like, everybody's looking out for him. He gets dismounted at some point, still being by some margin the top damage dealer on his team. And it just makes me question, like, I don't know. Just seems like Amox feels more comfortable playing with some calf support in these infantry fights.
Yeah.
But just having the one calf means that that support is limited right now. Because the actual infantry fights, they're getting a kill here or there right now. Not that much though. I think
Awkward.
both this round or like last 2 rounds, they just got 2 kills every time.
Yeah. Are they gonna trap Felix here? Oof. Does manage to get away from this. He's angry TA.
I mean, I think TA loves fighting on this spot. Look how they're choosing the exact same spot every time, even though the flag's nowhere close.
Yeah, I mean they
Amox
do quite well here.
It, though.
Yeah, they are. Lasand already down. Nutella with a killer and Goblin as well.
They're not winning it, and Felix is so. Do you see how late Felix is getting to this fight here?
Yeah, he was a little bit too late there. I mean, he's 1 versus 2 calories, and they were just kind of far away. Does land this one awkward.
Nice dismount, but it's just like.
Yeah, it's a little bit too little, too late.
And still, he's by far the highest damage dealer on their team.
Yeah.
Despite being so late to that particular fight. I mean, it's difficult for him, but hey, TA just giving us a masterclass quite fairly in how to do infantry team fighting. And yeah, it's winning them the match.
Yeah, absolutely. So, boy oh boy.
I think some people just lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Now, you know what I think would have been even more interesting, though? I don't know if I missed it, but I don't think there was any way to bet on the specific like score outcome of the match, right?
No, I think that would be... That would be very interesting to see.
That would have been very interesting to see what people were thinking about that, because
what's it called?
I mean, obviously, looking at the history of both of the teams, like their match history, we were thinking it could be close. Now, I do think, especially on that first map, Amox was giving us a good show. Like, it was very competitive. I think they had a really good plan how to play around their 3 cav and in combination with the infantries, but just really like losing momentum near the end of that first map, and then not really being able to make any significant changes on the second map. Like, they just tried to match TA in the infantry fights, but they just couldn't. They were just outclassed, unfortunately for them.
Yeah. I mean, this is the second match now in a row where we've seen like very good first map, second map, very dominant from one of the teams.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, again, that in part that can be how teams think about how the maps are being played. Like, I do think so far compositionally in terms of what setup in terms of classes the teams have picked on both sides here, I think this has been the most interesting match this tournament we've cast so far, where with TA kind of breaking the meta in terms of what we would expect from most teams on Quarry, which is, well, at least 2 calves, but mostly 3, and having 2 archers instead, where most teams either have 1 or none.
Yeah.
And winning with it as well. Like, that was very surprising. And then I think on the second map, I mean, not so much surprising in terms of, like a crazy setup or anything, but still, teams going with 1 calf, having 5 or 6 imps, 7 imps in Amox case in a couple rounds there. Just, being outclassed in that regard, but still very interesting match from that perspective as well.
I mean, Amox, they did add some GS players in there because GS has been disbanded.
I think they added they added Lasand. That was a GS player. I think the other player was not on a roster prior to that. I could be mistaken about that. I do know that they weren't a Godsend player though.
Okay.
But they've, like, from their match history, it looks like both the new players have only had 2, maybe 3 training matches prior to playing, and I didn't see them necessarily during this match that much either. I saw Lasand on the first map, I think. Not sure about the other infantry that they had, but yeah, it did kind of show. I mean, it looked like Amox knew that they could be outclassed in the infantry fight, right? That's why they looked to recruit a couple new players prior to the match. Just unfortunately, I don't really think they had the time to really get accustomed to playing together.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, okay, so yeah, congratulations to Akrites. We're not done yet though, because we have another match of Akrites in just a few minutes here. But
Yeah.
do you have to go or
No.
no? Excellent.
No.
In that case,
I'm good to go.
all right, I'm gonna go back to the pre-game here, and then we can prepare the second match. You guys have some time to get some something to drink as well, or something to eat, or whatever you need. We should be starting in 3 minutes. Expect a little bit more, just in case.